extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Ginn has it complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on second and long. Breeze. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And a big 32-yard play on third.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. You kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That was second down run for Murray. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56. 54, 65, 65, 65. Watch out. Check Mike, 54.
Now Breeze on third down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch.
I said bless you, bro. What the fuck? This young halfway homes.
I don't want you to lose.
What you wanna do to beat it? To keep me home. You did what you trying to do. What are you looking at like that? Like I won't beat that.
It was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
To throw is Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And that's Elliott, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
47.
Prescott yet again. He's going to fire one deep over the... And it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Here we go, 46. Go, go. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Elliott, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry. Hey, Kill. 47. 26.
From the 41, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. First down, Prescott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check 43.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on 2nd down, Prescott. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You like that love, don't you?
Hey, 47.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires Here's one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Check, check, check. Get him. Bang, 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 bang. Check the backer. Check the backer. 36. 36.
On second and 12, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, this one to Jarwin over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
56. Mike's 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Prescott on first down. And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
A second down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 40 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Wow.
So a teammate picking him up there. That was